All right, let's talk about something that pretty much everyone in the professional world has an opinion on: performance management. We're going to look at how AI is stepping in to fix a system that for way too many of us is all about frustration instead of actual results.
So, let me just ask you this straight up. How do you really feel about your company's performance reviews? If your first thought is that they're tedious, a little pointless, or just totally miss the mark, well, you are in very, very good company.
And I'm not just saying that. A huge Gallup report found that only 2%, that's right, 2% of HR leaders think their current system actually works. I mean, wow, that's basically everyone admitting that the way we've been doing things is fundamentally broken.
And that brings us right to the heart of it, doesn't it? We need to talk about this broken system. Because that frustration you feel, it's not just in your head. It's built on some really specific problems that show up year after year.
And this right here, this is why it feels so awful. It's like a domino effect. It all starts with that mountain of tedious admin work, right? That leads to totally disorganized data, so you can't even see what's really going on. The result? You get subjective, biased feedback. Then, you throw in managers who haven't been trained to do this well, and check-ins that happen maybe once a year, and you've got a recipe for a process that helps literally no one.
But here's the good news. What if there's a way to fix it? This is where AI comes into the picture. And listen, we're not talking about robots replacing managers. We're talking about a tool that finally makes a people-first approach not just possible, but actually easier.
So what does that actually mean? Well, think of it like this. An AI-powered system does all the heavy lifting. It automates the boring stuff, organizes the feedback, and keeps track of goals. But here's the most important part. By doing that, it frees up people to focus on what really, truly matters: having real, constructive human conversations.
And this comparison just lays it out perfectly, doesn't it? You go from a world of subjective, biased opinions to one with objective, accurate insights that are based on actual data. All that horrible admin work, it becomes streamlined and automated. And instead of getting feedback that's a year old, you get continuous, real-time coaching that's actually personalized to you. It's a complete game changer.
Now, that all sounds amazing in theory, but, does it really work? Let's look at what the research says, because the data tells a story that is worlds away from that dismal 2% we started with.
Get ready for this. A study from BetterWorks found that a whopping 89% of employees using AI-enabled systems are highly satisfied. Just let that sink in for a second. We're going from a 2% satisfaction rate to nearly 90%. That's not just an improvement, that is a total transformation.
In this quote right here, it really gets to the why. When you automate all the noise, you let people focus on the signal. You let them have the meaningful conversations that actually lead to growth and real positive change. It's all about using tech to help us be more human, not less.
This has huge implications for people managers, too. The whole idea is to completely change their role, to get them out from under that pile of administrative work and turn them into what they were always meant to be: great coaches for their teams.
And here's what that looks like in the real world. First, the AI just automates all that tedious admin stuff. Poof, it's gone. That then allows the system to give managers clear, data-driven insights they've never had before. And what happens when you do both of those things? Well, it frees up their time and energy to actually focus on high-impact coaching and real conversation. Now, of course, this kind of shift means managers need to flex some new muscles. With the admin burden gone, they can finally focus on upskilling in the areas that make a real difference, like becoming a better performance coach, learning how to navigate those tricky conversations, and knowing how to use data to guide their people. Okay, so if you're listening to this and thinking, yes, we need this, you're probably wondering where to even start. The key is to take smart, sensible steps, not try to boil the ocean overnight. So here's a pretty clear roadmap. First, just figure out what your biggest pain points are. Is it bias, the admin work? Start there. Second, look into AI tools that are specifically built to tackle accuracy and objectivity. Third, and this is so important, invest in training your managers to be great coaches. And finally, start small. Run a pilot program, see how it goes, and build from there.
So, when you step back and look at the big picture, the goal isn't just about getting some new software. It's about creating a performance process that is fundamentally more human, backed by real data, and actually ready for the future of work. At the end of the day, it all comes down to one simple, powerful idea. We're not chasing better AI just for the sake of it. We're using AI to have better, more meaningful, more human conversations. Which leaves just one question, really. Is your organization ready to start talking?